Good morning. The question today is, how do you do something before you feel ready to do it? And I'm not ready to do this video intentionally so that we can kind of find out what happens. So here we go. This question was posed to me by someone I know, and it's kind of related to how a lot of times in the past I feel like I need to have all my bases covered before I get started on something. And it would come to an issue when I would get to a point where I couldn't think of any other issues that might come up or any other reasons not to get started, but I would still find myself sitting there not doing the thing. So it kind of felt like, oh, well, maybe I just need to know more about what I'm doing, or maybe I need to have something ready to go. I don't know. It's like, what does it mean to feel ready to do something? I guess it's kind of a confidence thing, or during the process of task initiation, you kind of think of an idea comes into your mind of what you want to do. Let's use an example. I like examples. Go for a walk in the woods. So maybe I'm sitting in a chair in my living room and I think, hey, there's mosquitoes out. I think, hey, I want to go for a walk in the woods. And then I'll just sit there. And so many times, especially longer than a week ago, things have kind of changed since then, I would just sit there and an hour would go past and I'd be bored, but I'd have this great idea that I knew would make me feel better going for a walk in the woods, and I couldn't figure out why I wasn't doing it. So some of the things I've figured out since then are that there's a difference between how I feel about doing something and the logic that I've figured out about doing the thing. So I would be sitting in the chair thinking, hey, I want to go for a walk, and logically everything would be fine with it. There wouldn't be any barriers, really, none that I could identify. It was just put on my shoes or go out the door and walk. No one was going to care, and I knew that I would feel better, so why wasn't this enough for me? There's a number of things that went into it for me, and I've been doing a little better about this lately. But what I've found is that I was definitely exhausting all the possibilities for what could go wrong. The shoes, the out the door, the time, is like there was nothing else to do, or there's nothing else to figure out. But I didn't feel like it, and that's where I'm going to focus on right now. It's the feeling. I was still afraid something might happen, and I would be worried. I wouldn't even be worried, I'd just be confused and lost. So one of the side effects of not being ready to do something is that sometimes during the thing, like this walk, there's times where I'm not sure what I'm doing, and I'm feeling really self-conscious. I feel like I might be wasting your time as you're sitting there watching me figure this out. And I guess my takeaway on that is that, is there any harm being done? Or there's a lot of bugs. What is it that, I'm still here, right? I still exist, and I still have my stick, and time is going to move on, and that kind of helps me feel more confident, having done the thing, and just thinking back on past experiences where I thought of doing something and then I did it, and then I life kept moving. So kind of reviewing things that have worked in the past in my own experience. Oftentimes I would try to liken my experience to someone else's and say, well, this is working for them, this is working for them, why isn't it working for me? And I had to take a step back and kind of think about what it was that I needed. So I think everyone's wired a little differently. We're all unique, and what we all need is going to be a little different. So for me, I needed to feel like, here's an idea. This is what helped me a bit, was to have some contingency plans for what if some generic thing went wrong. What if I went for the walk and the problem is that I don't really know what problems I'm going to run into. So I'm going to look at the fact that in the past I've been able to figure things out, solve problems, and why can I not do it again this time? One of my contingency plans would be something like, if something see that bug? If something happens, I'm going to take a break or stop what I'm doing. I'll take a note of it or text a friend about what's going on, and then that'll be my plan. So now I have something to go to. Another thing that's helped is that I would figure out what I'm going to do after the walk, so that I have a plan for what happens after I do the thing. Well, this would happen a lot when I'm in the house and I want to go to a different room, get a book or something, or use the bathroom, I don't know, and I'd just be stuck there not doing it. And a lot of the time, if I decided what I was going to do after the next thing, so like the next thing, I found myself just starting to do the first thing. So like if I'm struggling to take a shower, then I plan to take a shower and then drink some peach juice. And that little extra bit seems to have helped me a lot. I don't really know why. One possibility is that it helps me believe or have a longer, I don't know why, let me think. Having something to do after the next thing makes the storyline continue. It makes it so that going to take the shower isn't the only thing that my self-worth is dependent on, or my safety is dependent on, or my confidence in what's happening is dependent on. I can go do the thing, and then I can, it's automatic what happens next. I don't have to get to the end of showering and then be like, oh, what do I do now? Because that uncertainty about what I'm going to do next is paralyzing for me sometimes. So I just have a plan for what to do next. It seems simple, but it's helped me a lot. Just anything, even if it's just I'm sitting in this chair and I want to take a shower and I can't do it, I would say to myself, oh, well then I'm going to come back to this chair after showering. And that little extra plan of what to do after the thing has made a huge difference. So I started this video not knowing what was going to happen, and a lot of the things that came up that were that I didn't like about it were the bugs, and I don't know if you can hear my feet or the birds, and I'm kind of conscious about all that because I just started doing this video thing. But the highlight that I'd like to point out is that I'm still here, I'm still doing it, and yeah, I feel anxious about it, but it's my body and my emotions and my agency to do something about that. So if I need to feel better or differently, I'm gonna go not be by the bugs for a bit. That's my choice. And I hope this made sense. And thank you for watching. This is my first full-length video. I hope you have a great day, and cheers. I don't say cheers. Anyways.